Hey everyone, welcome to 2022 and another episode of Investing Kev. We are kicking off this year with the first episode focused on doing a stock breakdown and analysis video of NetEase, ticker NTES. We'll take a look at their company profile, their financials, their outlook, their risk factors, price target, and I'll wrap it up with my final thoughts. This channel recently surpassed 400 subscribers, and I want to thank everyone for tuning in, showing love and support, and talking with me. It truly means a lot. I want to help out as many people as I can, so please help me out by liking these videos, subscribing, leaving a comment, and sharing this with your friends and family. My goal is for us to be as objective as possible, to be level-headed when things are rocky. I am also on Twitter at InvestingKev, so feel free to swing by and chat with me. Alright everyone, let's get started. Look at their company profile. NetEase is a leading internet technology company based in China. They provide premium online services centered around innovative and diverse content, community, communication, and commerce. They develop and operate some of China's most popular mobile and PC games. In more recent years, they have expanded into international markets including Japan and North America. In addition to its self-developed game content, NetEase partners with other leading game developers such as Blizzard Entertainment and Mojang AB, a Microsoft subsidiary, to operate globally renowned games in China. NetEase other innovative service offerings include the intelligent learning services of its majority-controlled subsidiary, Youdao. They also offer music streaming through its leading NetEase cloud music business, and they also have a private label e-commerce platform, LifeEase. Looking at their financials, from 2018 to 2020, they saw their total net revenues go up from 51.1 billion RMB to 73.6 billion RMB. 73.6 billion RMB is about 11.2 billion US dollars. From 2018 to 2020, they saw a 43.8% increase in total net revenues. Their gross profits went from 27.3 billion RMB to 38.9 billion RMB from 2018 to 2020. Their net income shows that they're profitable. One thing to keep an eye on is the total operating expenses. Video gaming is a very competitive industry, and this requires sales and marketing expenses to go up. Research and development expenses have to go up as you have to keep pace with the times and what consumers want, as well as general and administrative expenses. And look at their balance sheets. Their total assets were at 141.8 billion RMB in 2020 compared to their total liabilities of 48 billion RMB. I really like seeing their balance sheets look strong, and they have 9.1 billion RMB in cash and cash equivalents, which will help boost their future growth plans. And I want to take a look at the third quarter results that came out back in November. Their third quarter net revenues were at 22.2 billion RMB, which is roughly about 3.4 billion US dollars. This was an increase of 18.9% compared to the third quarter of 2020. Their online game service net revenues were at 15.9 billion RMB, which is an increase of 14.7% compared with the third quarter of 2020. Their Youdao net revenues were at 1.4 billion RMB, which is an increase of 54.8% compared with the third quarter of 2020. And their innovative businesses and others net revenues were at 84.9 billion RMB, which is an increase of 25.7% compared with the third quarter of 2020. And their gross profits were at 11.8 billion RMB. This was an increase of 19.5% compared with the third quarter of 2020. And they did see their total operating expenses go up to 8 billion RMB, which is an increase of 14.5% compared with the third quarter of 2020. When I look at the future of NetEase, I look at the future of gaming. Look at this article from the World Economic Forum. Asian countries make up 40% of the world's top 10 video gaming markets. Video gaming is a very lucrative and popular industry around the world, with a global revenue of $154.6 billion expected in 2021. China has the biggest market in this industry with an estimated 2021 turnover of $49.3 billion. And look at the world, mobile games make up a vast 70% of overall video game revenues. In the biggest market, China, is expected to rise to $71.2 billion in revenues by 2025, far ahead of the second place United States, where games are expected to bring in $42.5 billion that year. Japan is in third place, and South Korea and the United Kingdom round out the top 5. Looking at this Kantar brand's top 100 most valuable Chinese brands of 2021, highlighted in pink in 30th place is NetEase. Tencent, the largest gaming company in the world, is ranked number 1. For NetEase to be in the top 30 is incredible. On the right hand side, looking at the brand value changes from 2021 to 2020, you can see highlighted in pink is media and entertainment. The value of the media and entertainment industry is $430.3 billion in China, and they saw a 101% growth from 2020 to 2021. And I want to take a look at this image. This image is about gamers in China. There are currently 720 million gamers in China. 97% of people aged 18 to 24 are gamers. 94% of people aged 25 to 30 are gamers. And 90% of people aged 31 to 35 are gamers. Of the 720 million gamers, 18% play more than 30 hours per week, which is 130 million people. That is incredible numbers. The future of the Chinese gaming industry is really bright in my opinion. And one of the hottest words near the end of 2021 was the metaverse. The metaverse is apparently the future, and the CEO of NetEase says that they will lead the metaverse race as Chinese tech giants charge ahead despite government concerns. The CEO of NetEase has already said that they've prepared compare the technologies and strategies required to build the metaverse, which has been loosely defined as the shared immersive 3D virtual space where people can interact and trade. When the metaverse eventually arrives, we will probably be the fastest runner around. Back in late October, NetEase and its subsidiaries filed dozens of metaverse-related trademark applications. The trademark applications filed by the NetEase group include monikers that combine the word metaverse with the names of the company and its artificial intelligence research and gaming units, such as NetEase Metaverse, Fuxi Metaverse, and Leihuo Metaverse. These applications cover various categories including design research, communication services, and education and entertainment. Looking at risk factors, the biggest one is government. If you're not aware, the Chinese government for years have brought up the excessive time spent on video games by children, calling it spiritual opium. Even though kids may be limited to video games, there's still a huge audience for the 18 to 35-year-old crowd. Regulations will change over time, and this is something to keep an eye out. And with the metaverse coming in the future, we're already seeing concerns about the metaverse. Looking at this article from November, Chinese state-owned think tank flags national security risks of metaverse, citing potential political and social problems. The metaverse will have implications for political security, and its development requires government regulations. Potential risks involved with the metaverse include a range of cybersecurity risks and technological hegemony, where developing countries increasingly rely on developed countries' technologies as the gap in the metaverse development expands. It will also have deep implications for the political systems, economies, and societies in various countries. The metaverse, for instance, will become part of the country's political trend of thoughts, and its society and culture will exert its subtle influence on countries' political and cultural security. The metaverse may also bring new social problems, according to the Chinese researchers. Its highly immersive experience could negatively affect teenagers' development. It could also be used by lawbreakers to produce addictive digital drugs, and can also lead to some people to detach from the real world. The metaverse is so raw right now, so I expect regulations to be adapting with the times in the years to come. The second risk factor is competition. I want to take a look at their annual report and what they have to say about this. If they fail to develop and introduce popular, high-quality online games in a timely and successful manner, they will not be able to compete effectively, and their ability to generate revenues will suffer. They operate in a highly competitive, quickly changing environment, and player preferences for online games are difficult to predict. In addition, new technologies and online game programming and operations could render their current online titles or games in development obsolete or unattractive to their players. For example, the online game industry in China has been transitioning to mobile games, which have become increasingly popular as internet users in China rely more and more on mobile devices such as smartphones and tablets to access the internet. In response to this trend, they have devoted significant resources to developing games that can be operated on mobile devices. They have launched over 100 in-house developed and licensed mobile games as of December 31st, 2020. And because their long-term growth strategy involves further expansion of their online game services to players outside of China, their business will be susceptible to risks associated with international operations. In particular, they have launched their popular games Knives Out and Identity V in Japan, North America, and other markets across the globe, a Marvel Super War in several Southeast Asia markets. In the future, they may launch their online games in other international markets. The expansion of their online game services to markets outside of China will involve a variety of risks. These include difficulties in anticipating the preferences of game players in markets outside of China, challenges in formulating effective local sales and marketing strategies targeting users from various jurisdictions and cultures, challenges in identifying appropriate local business partners, including local game operators, and establishing and maintaining good working relationships with them, and changes in a specific country's or region's political or economic conditions. And we saw Tencent ranked number 1 as the most valuable Chinese brand in 2021. The media and entertainment industry is massive, and NetEase will be competing with not only Tencent but other names out there. Looking at their price target from TipRank, 7 analysts have given their price target with an average of $134.43. This is a 34.8% upside from its current price of $99.71. The highest price target is $145 and the lowest is $120. Looking at CNN, 31 analysts have given their price target with a median of $134.89. This is a 36.7% increase from its current price. The highest price is $148.72 and the lowest is $107.91. Looking at their stock price within the past year, they've lost $14.86, which is a 13% decrease. This stock has held pretty well through the ups and downs, especially during the fall when Chinese stocks were absolutely getting hammered. On September 21st, it was at $79.95. It finished off the year adding $21.83, which is a 27.3% increase. Within the past 5 days, the stock has held serve. Within the past 5 days, it's gone down $1.71, which is a 1.7% decrease. For full disclosure, I do not own shares in NetEase, but this is by far one of my favorite stocks on my watch list. I was planning on opening a position last year during when Chinese stocks were getting hammered, but I diverted that money towards other stocks like Alibaba, Neo, Baidu, and others. In my opinion, NetEase is a great company. I really like their financials, I like the future of the gaming industry, and from the trends that I see from China, it's very hard not to be excited. I'm excited by the sheer number of people that play video games in China, the rising middle class and their disposable income, and their international expansion plans. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up, please subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think about NetEase. Thank you for joining me and kicking off 2022 with the first episode of the new year. As always, stay safe, and I will see you all next time.